Lastro's B. Let's move on to the next one. His arm was good, his BAP is good. Yeah, I think Lastro's still been solid. Occasionally has some bad performances, but Lastro's been good. Rippa. I have not been impressed yet still with Rippa. It's London Spitfire, you're not going to look that good unless you really pop off. So it's still going to be a C or D for Rippa. Who could be? I know it's in D. Never mind. We'll just put Rippa here. Jonak. You know, Jonak actually had a good June Joust. I think he was like solid. I think he did good June Joust. May Melee was very inconsistent for him, but I think Jonak's starting to pick it up. Kariv. Kariv's one of the better parts of Charge. Not by a lot, but he's one of the better parts. I don't think he's A. I don't think he's S. Definitely not D. He's C or B, if anything. I'm thinking just keeping him B for Kariv. Shu's been really good for the Gladiators still. May Melee, June Joust. Put him A. Moira's still good. His Ana was good in May Melee. You have Zen still. June Joust. It's Moira. You're not going to look top tier, if anything. I mean, if your old charge is really high, or fast, I should say, you're going to be good. I don't think he's S just yet because, you know, it's Gladiators holding him back. Crimzo's still A tier. Been consistently good for Outlaws. May Melee, June Joust. Moira was good. Everything was good for Crimzo. Not too much really to say here for Crimzo. He's still been top tier. A or B for Monk. He's still been solid. What I remember correctly is he always got caught out of position, but his position was good for him because he got a lot of work done with like nades and all that. Good old B. I think if I were looking at May Melee, potentially A, but since teams have grown on and all of that has happened, probably B. Bebe. Ooh, I think he was one of the... He didn't look so good in June Joust. May Melee was good for him, but June Joust, playing the Moira was not so good for him. So that kind of brings him down to a B. But if we didn't have a strong Moira meta, I think he could have been A. Well, what's up with these Valiant players, man? What's going on here? MCD, I think he's been solid. Like when I did my first VOD review, what was it, like 3 or 4 weeks ago at this point? MCD was doing really good. I kept my eye on him, and he had a lot of huge impact for the Spark. Ooh, this one's a hard one for MCD because it's very A and B-ish. Type B. I'm gonna put B. He is definitely underrated though. Very underrated of a player. Okay, we have Gangnam Jin. A or S for Gangnam Jin. This guy has been consistently good for the Florida Mayhem. This new meta was all around rough for the Florida Mayhem, but I think Gangnam Jin still kind of like did his thing well. It wasn't awful. Yeah, he never stood out as being bad. He's more of staying out being solid for the Florida Mayhem in this most recent meta. May Melee was fantastic for him. Playing the nades with the Ana spots. It was good. Gangnam Jin so far having a really good year. Khan. Why can I not remember anything Khan did in June Joust right now? It was good though. Like Paris was solid June Joust. This meta really helped their play style with Vestola coming in, Dredro coming in. It really helped this team all around. You're right about that. I'm putting B though. Khan is so good though. Izayaki. I think Izayaki's been doing fantastic this season. I think people are still thinking that he's like bottom tier. I don't know where that comes from, but I think he's S. But Izayaki, he's been one of the best flex sports, if not the best flex sport all year so far. I think Fielder's like next to that argument as well. I'm not saying anyone's the best. There is some of the best flex sports, but no one's the best, I feel like, right now. Izayaki's really good. Fielder's really good when we get to Fielder. Dude, even Alarm. Look who's next. Alarm. I still think Alarm's S tier. You can't change it. His Ana still brings in massive plays. His Moira was still good. Like, Alarm gets what he needs to be doing. He gets the job done. Still top tier. Positioning, top tier. He's good. I don't know what to say. You hear it from everyone. You're going to hear the same thing from me. Make it short and simple. Alarm's still top tier. Nothing much has changed with Alarm. Okay, we have Leon Master. Also Rolf. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He really needs to pick it up. Talking on Leon Master's side of things, Rolf has been doing insanely good. Violet, S or A for Violet. I think he's been very, compared to like last year, there's some inconsistencies, but I think Violet is still like good for the Shock. So I'm putting him A. But support wise, I don't know. I'll look to see Twilight play a little bit more. Myeonbong. I think Myeonbong's been really solid for the Boston Uprising. I really think he has been. He hasn't looked awful at all, really. His Moira is still really good. He gets his ults pretty fast. Ana's was good. I think he's still good. Atlanta Rain Iris. This man's starting to slowly come up. He popped off a third impact, came into the Atlanta Rain, and he's kind of popping off of his bat play. His Moira play as well. Found Moira's been played a lot recently. He's been popping off. I think Iris could potentially be like the S tier level, but I think I'm put Iris high A right now. Fielder. This man just don't miss. He really don't miss when it comes to playing all roles in the flexport area. I mean, you got Moira. His ult charge is so fast. Previously, getting nanos, positioning on Ana, nades, game changing. Like, this guy's a game changing flexport in the game. I'm happy he's being played way more now. You know, compared to like early May Melee where it was like repel, fielder. Now Fielder's being put in and he's showing how good he can be off that ping now. Fielder's insanely good right now. You could argue Fielder's the best or is Yaki's the best. Still even Alarm right now. These guys are just the S tier flexports. I still don't think Iris can even be in this tier yet. Personally, from what we've watched of these three guys. Like, Fielder's on another level. And let's end it off with Creative. I think Creative's still been a solid part of the Soul Dynasty. Is it top tier? No. I think he's still been solid for them. A or B, though? Yeah, we're putting him B. I don't think he's been as good as these guys in A. He just hasn't.